Hi to everyone, it's me again, Wave. Welcome back to my channels. This is Sunday afternoon post gig kind of vlog, so don't pay attention to the sound of my voice because I'm still a bit shattered, to be honest. I had such a great night last night with the guys from Bonsai at Retro Beach. That was in Ostend, here in Belgium, and we had such a great night, and for this is an annual gig, and there I can actually play the music I like playing, more progressive and progressive trance and house and everything. And that was it felt really great to be able to play those records, especially specifically this year, because for some reason there would be turntables available on stage, and I was like, oh god, I need to bring some vinyl with me. And I had so much fun playing this vinyl again, because vinyl is still a very important piece of my history as a DJ, and also as a musician overall. And I still have a small collection of records that I tend to keep by all means, never gonna get rid of. And some vinyl items are probably not worth much on Discog, on the likes of Discogs, for example, but they are still worth a lot for me. They mean the world to me. And just so in this blog, I wanted to talk about that, the vinyl, and also just to inform you that the pictures are coming up. So in the next few days, will probably post you a few pictures on my social networks. And so basically this is it. Such a great night, and I just wanted to show you a small excerpt of my of the vinyl I brought with me last night, because it was such a great night. Being able to play on vinyl, still such a great experience. There is, to begin with, this record that I brought with me because it's really important. It's a record by an infamous duo called Cass and Slide, that for their hit Perception. They got a great vocal mix, but this record means the world to me, even much more than Perception, because Opera marks a turning point in the duo's career, even though it was short. But it was also one of the first releases on their own imprint back in 2000. So Gas and Slide, Opera, great track, followed a little bit after by Glad I Ate Her, another track that got played by some other DJ last night. There's another one that I couldn't play because it's such a long record, so not really easy to play. That's the Sasha remix of Remember, with the vocals from Jan Johnston. It still is a classic. Last night was a classics night, by the way, but Retro Beach is all about classics, so you probably know about it. So this record, amazing one, from a man who's still at the top of his game, Sasha. So definitely a record you should own if you like the music from the 90s. There is another pair here of my own records that's still into my record box, and I guess you can spot which record I'm talking about. It's Inner Space, my 2000 record, with Lightspeed on the flip side. I have a pair because actually that's a bit problem with vinyl. On one vinyl, there is the A side a little bit scratched and damaged, and on the other one is the B side. But as there is no vinyl version of Inner Space or Lightspeed separately, well, I have to keep both of them. But no way I'm getting rid of those ones. It's probably one of my favorite records of my collections, especially on vinyl and everything, and it's something I've been playing a lot. There is a record I played last night, well, a bunch of them, and I would like to begin with this one, and you probably remember this one. Andy Ling, Fixation, the original mix that got released on Fluid Recordings. Actually, Fluid Recordings as a record label created by Barry Jamieson. If you don't know the guy, you just need to know that he's been really influential the last 15 years because of his productions together with Sasha, among others. So, actually, he made that track together with Andy Lang. So, one of the first tracks that I got to remix as well, with a very, very euphoric mix, but the original is still my favorite. And I could play on vinyl, and there is another one that I could play on vinyl last night, and most of the time I play, this side, you know which record I'm talking about, but last night I could play this version, the Oliver Klein remix of this record, and it's such a joy to play this version because it's so much better to me. But it's just a question of taste. When you have a different crowd with a different atmosphere, you can afford yourself to play this record. The record is still in a good shape, which is not the case of the cover, but I will have it replaced soon. So good record overall. And this one will never leave my record box, whatever happens. Tom, I hope you're watching this, because this is a school case of a record that's still in my record box after all those years. That's a record from 16 years ago. And both tracks, and especially Beauty Never Fades, which is the record I like to play the most, the longest mixes are not available online. So that means that both tracks, basically, you cannot find them online, just on vinyl right now. And I found this copy, which is still in a very good shape on Discogs, so I'm really happy with it. And I played both last night. I played Beauty Never Fades and Breezer on the flip, and it was great. Speaking of Tom, there is another record that I would like to mention, and it's on a side note. It's nothing you can play, but this record is a big part of my collection. It's probably one of the best albums in ambient, because I'm a big ambient fan myself. And this one got released 2 years ago. The Distance Between Dreams by Junkie XL. It's probably one of my favorite albums ever, and I highly recommend getting this kind of, I don't think you will find the vinyl anymore, but it comes in with a fantastic cover. Look at this, it's a color disc, and lovely music. But you can listen to it online if you want, and it's available everywhere on streaming, Spotify and the likes. But I really wanted the vinyl because it's such an important record for me. So this is it. Had a great night last night with all those people playing classics, and especially on vinyl. I hope you had a good time watching this video. If you like this, and if you want to comment, of course, with your personal collection of vinyl items and vinyl items that you would like to buy, and etc. Well, just comment below and like this video and share it. The more the better. Thank you for your attention. See you in the future video, and have a nice week further. Bye.